This from the DBE February March 2018. Question 1. 1.1.1 solve for x squared minus 6x minus 16 should be equals to 0. The factors of 16 that would give you a 6 are 8 and 2. So the bigger number takes the sign of the middle term. So this is x, 8 and 2, negative, plus. So x should be equals to negative 2, or x should be equals to 8. Solve for x correct to 2 decimal places. So this is 2x squared plus 7x minus 1 should be equals to 0. So we're going to use the quadratic formula. B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So it's 7 plus square root of 7 squared minus 4 into a c 2 into 2. So this is 0.14. Or x is negative 3.64. 1.2. List all the integers that are solutions to x squared minus 25 less than 0. So this is a difference of 2 squares because this is 5 squared. Whenever you have a squared minus b squared, this gives you the difference of 2 squares. So the critical values will be x equals to negative 5 and x equals to 5. So we are going to pick a number that is less than negative 5 and substitute for x. So I'll choose negative 6 plus 5, negative 6 minus 5. So I'm getting a positive value. And then we're going to choose a number between negative 5 and 5. So I'll just pick a 1. So I'm getting a negative value. Then I'm going to choose a number that's greater than 5. I'll just pick a 7. Then I'm getting a positive value. So we need to look for solutions, the values of x that when we substitute, we get a negative value. So those values, they lie in between this point and that point right there. Therefore, x should lie between 5 and negative 5. 1.3. Negative 2y plus x should be equal to negative 1. That's equation 1. X squared minus 7 minus y squared should be equal to negative y. And that is equation 2. From equation 1, x should be equal to 2y minus y, which is equal to equation 3. Substitute equation 3 into 2. So wherever I see x, I'm just going to substitute with 2y minus y. Then I'm just going to FOIL this out. So that is 4y squared minus 4y plus 1 minus 7 minus y squared plus y should be equals to 0. So 4 minus 1, that is 3y squared. And then this and that, I'm getting minus 3y. And then that's a minus 6. So I'm just going to divide by 3. So this is y squared minus y minus 2, which is equals to 0. And then find the factors. So it's y. The factors of 2 that gives me minus 1 should be 2 and 1. So that's a 2 and that's a 1. Negative 2 plus. Therefore, y should be equals to negative 1, or y should be equals to 2. And then I'm going to substitute y into 3. So x is equals to 2 into negative 1. You remember, this is our 3 minus 1. Or x should be equals to 2 into 2 minus 1. So that's a minus 3, and that's a 3. Therefore, I'm getting negative 3 is 2 minus 1. The other one is 3 is 2. And I'm just going to substitute to check if I am getting what was initially given. So this is negative 2. So my y is minus 1. My x is minus 3. So this should be equal to negative 1. So yeah, I'm getting negative 1, which is what I was given there. And then the other one should be, x should be 3. And then my y should be 2. Okay, yeah, that's correct. 1.4. Evaluate that. So this is 3, 20, 18 plus 3 to the exponent of 20, 16, all over 3 to the exponent of 20, 17. So the easiest way to solve this, we are going to take the highest common factor out. So 2016 is the smallest value that we have there. So this is going to be 3 exponent of 20, 16. Remember, when you multiply powers of the same base, you add the exponents. So 2016 plus 2 should give me 2018. So that must be a squared. So that when I multiply powers of the same base, I'll add the exponents. Plus, that's a 1. So this is 3, 20, 17. When you divide powers of the same base, you subtract the exponents. So this is going to be 2016 minus 2017, which is just going to be a negative 1. If it's on top, then I'm going to take it to the denominator. So it's going to be a 1. So this cancels there, and I'm going to be left with the 1. So this is 3 squared is 9 plus 1 all over 3. So this is 10 over 3. 1.5. So we are given that for which values of x will, so this is 3x minus 5 all over x minus 3. So whenever you have a square root of a negative answer, this is unreal. So we want to find whatever we want to evaluate, whatever is under the square root, it must be negative in order for us to have something that is unreal. But when the square root has a positive answer, then this becomes real. So in other words, 3x minus 5 must be greater than 0 in order for this to be real. So the answer should be positive. So it must be greater than 0. So 3x should be greater than 5. Therefore, x should be greater than 5 over 3. Point 2. Solve for x if t of x is equals to 1. So t of x is given as equals to 3x minus 5 all over x minus 3. So t of x is equals to 1. 3x minus 5 x minus 3. So I'm just going to multiply both sides by x minus 3. So here I'll have x minus 3 equals to 3x minus 5. And then I'm going to square both sides. So I'm getting x squared minus 6x plus 9, which is equals to 3x minus 5. X squared minus 9x plus 9 plus 5 is 14. Which is equals to 0. So the factors of 14 that give me a 9 should be 7 and 2. So this is x, 7, and a 2. So I have a negative there and a positive there, which means both of them must be negative. So x should be equals to 2, or x should be equals to 7. Whenever you have a square root, you need to check if both solutions, or like the solutions that you have, you need to check if they satisfy the equation. So you will take x is equals to 2 and substitute here and see if you get equals to 1. So 3 into 2 minus 5 over 2 minus 3. So I'm getting a negative 1. So that can't be the solution. So I'm going to substitute a 7 now. Yeah, and that gives me x is equals to 1.